One of the biggest things I always tell people is if somebody that looks like you with your circumstance made it, that eliminates your excuse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Great.
And so for me, as I've gotten more into mindset and like truth about humans, I spend most of my time trying to get to the truth of when people tell me that they were born in a drug-infested home. I want to make sure they're not tricking me, and I'm like trying to get real examples, abusive parents, people that have been raped, people that have lost their children, probably the greatest fear to anybody who has children here. Like, I'm looking for all these difficult, emotional, examples, because I know that if I can point to it, it at least eliminates the excuses that it's impossible. And I think we all know at this point, through all the, stories that we've heard, every adversity that we've ever heard of in life, there are people with examples that have done it, which is super duper important. Yours is a much more lightweight subject that you're passionate about. Show them the 39 lawyers. Like, find the 39 fucking lawyers that are slaying it on Instagram and YouTube, create case studies, and then fucking pound it down the throats of the other 4 million lawyers. Let me paint a picture for her that I think is gonna help a lot of people here to get influencer deal, to get collaboration deals. A bunch of people are gonna grab me in an event like this and be like, Gary, I need one big collab, can you do it? I'm like, no. They're like, fuck. They're like, you seem nicer than the others, I'm dead now. I'm like, you're not dead. You just need to understand that you actually have to lay in bed for 39 hours over a 1 week period, or better yet, if you're in a position, like I always tell people, like if you're in a somewhat solid financial position, there's no better thing than to go to a warm weather place for 4 days, take your phone and literally then just ask in perpetuity. Like literally what you should do, in my opinion, is email 9,000 companies over the next week and ask them to work with you the same way you just told me. Add one slide or words of what you've done with other people, why you think this is right. Here's what's amazing about the game. You get one fucking company at the right moment, that becomes then the beacon for everything. The reason I tell people to do things for free, and I get shit on by creators all the time because they think I'm fucking up the thing, is because it's the most powerful way to get the example that you can then leverage to get paid. I spoke for free for fucking 2 years. So back to Audacity. People always, like, this clip will air. Literally, this video will air. Literally, I'm gonna get emails saying, fuck you, Garyvee, like, my time's worth money. Like, why should I do it for free? And my reply is, because nobody's hiring you, dick. Your time is only worth money if somebody's willing to pay. Guys, the market, I will always say it, the market decides, not your self-esteem coach. You know what I mean? The market. If you're so good and you're worth $500 an hour as a designer or an editor, that means people are actively paying you. And if you're not, living in an ivory tower in your own fucking head that you're worth $500 is why 99% of people lose. So the reason we went through it is I just wanted to hear it. I think you should make a slide or 5 slides. Why? And I think you should sit your butt down and spend fucking 2 weeks and cold email 9,000 people. Because the second you get one, you've established the truth. Once you get one, you've established that truth.
I was miserable where I was in my job, and I talked to you about it. I talked to you about my family, and I was like, I can't quit. And then I kind of went after what I wanted, and I quit 3 months ago. I'm living with my in-laws right now in their fucking basement, which sucks.
Yes, no, it's good. No, it's good, man. I'm telling you, it's good. Well, like real quick, because I just want to bring value to everybody. Guys, it's called a P&L. It's like how you run your business. Some people are really good at running their business, but then in their life, because they care about the Joneses, they buy shit they don't need, which then makes them stuck in their business. It's a fucking evil game. Like you see me talking a lot about move back home, do this stuff. I'm doing it because moving into your in-laws' basement as a man takes a level of humility and confidence that most people don't roll with, but it's gonna be the single reason. How old are you?
38.
It's gonna be the single reason, the core foundational reason that you're gonna be happy for the next 70 years. People are literally not willing to take one step backwards to be happy in perpetuity because they're worried their buddies from high school on Facebook are gonna make a snarky comment of them living in their in-laws' basement. Fuck, go ahead.
No, and I mean, that's where I'm at. I have an MBA. I'm a retired Marine. I'm like, what are people going to think? And at some point, I was just like, forget it.
It just doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're not living your life.
So, you're right. So, you always say people offer you lunch or coffee. You're like, there's no
Yes.
value in that for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
No.
I don't like when people do it like I hate that people at this point still think they can trick me. Like, I'm disrespected by their audacity that they're fooling me with their big upfront, like, Gary, I'm gonna do you a huge favor. I'm gonna pick you up at the airport and get you cozily to your fucking hotel. I'm like, Dick, I'm tired. I don't need to fucking give you advice for 40 minutes after I land of a 7-hour flight to go into my hotel room. So it's not that it's not worth it. It's when I hate when people posture and pose it as they're giving me something. It's far more likely when they just ask authentically.
I guess I won't offer you a ride to the airport.
Yes.
So, well, I want to tell you about a way I wanted to bring you value.
Real quick, I apologize. The other thing, I think this is just important context. The biggest reason I don't take any rides to the airport is because, and this is just I want people to understand actual work ethic, it's because every minute in my rides to the airport, I'm on the phone running my business. And if I'm not, I need to at least call my mom. Do you know what I mean? Go ahead.
So I wanted to bring you value in a unique way and not front, right? So I have a screenshot right now of Pencils of Promise that told me a donation I made is going to educate 10 students this year.
Yep.
All right, so hopefully the next time I'm in New York, I've been working with Claude. I could sit down with you. I talked to Tyler yesterday and just 10 minutes of your time to talk to you about kind of where I am in life. And,
Let's do it.
All right, and then my question is this. Sorry, everyone, took forever to get to the question.
It was my fault. I was interrupting all the time.
Since I got out, I wanted to pursue vlogging and photography. I thought that was my passion. It is a passion, but my real passion I discovered recently, and I was with Claude at a conference, was leadership development. I think there is like an unbelievable gap coming from my background and where I was.
100%.
People don't fucking get it. And what I mean is this. Everyone's saying no to me at I was like, do I go back to a job? They're like, you're not traditional HR. I'm like, HR, sorry if you're HR in here, but you don't develop leaders. Like, I know what that's like. I've been doing it since I was 19 fucking years old. So I get it, and I understand how to elevate people's potential. I have the humility and all that. So I'm not sure how to tell a company or ask a company, like, how jacked up are you? Because I can help. You know, like, you never want to just go in pointing out a flaw.
I'll save you time. Make unlimited free content about what you learned in the military, why it came natural to you, what your story is of why you're good at it. Get people that you did it for to say, yes, it's true. And then one piece of content on one LinkedIn post or in a cold email one time will lead to the first company saying yes. And then you've got that logo and on and on and on. Everybody, look, both of you have done the same thing, and it's what gets me so excited. This is why I always say, watch what I do, not what I say. All I do is put out all my advice for free at scale. There are fuckers out there that actually watch all my shit, repackage it, and sell it for $900. All I do is put it out for free, put so much pressure of the information on the system that somebody falls like a domino, gives me my first at bat, I deliver for that, and then I use that to scale. So, like, you just have to take 900 no's until you get your yes. The answer is always do as much as you can and let the market decide if it's working. To me, I'd rather have people do 8 businesses, let the market respond, and then decide if the side hustle of selling hot dogs is something they're interested in tripling down on once there was an indicator from the audience that there was interest in those hot dogs. Like, too many people play out shit in their head that isn't real. The end. Cool.
How do I make people care more? Like, I want to help people with their depression, their anxiety, their addictions. Like, how do I?
By putting out content.
Putting out content.
Dude, it's like, it's what you're doing now. Like, it's so funny to me. People do something, it gets some traction, and then they ask me how to do it when they just did it. The problem is people aren't patient. Mm-hmm. You did it. What you're really asking is, how do I have 1 million subscribers?
So, no, to be honest,
yeah.
The reason why I want 1 million subscribers, right? Because like Roberto beats it in my head, you beat it in my head. Like, I don't care about all the glitz and glam. The more people that I can reach and help.
Then you've already won.
Oh, okay.
Like, I never know how many subscribers or followers I have because I'm in my process. You've already won.
Awesome.
You've accomplished it. You've figured out how to communicate through video format to do it. The end.
The end.
The
I'm
end.
done.
Just do it in perpetuity. And now what you have to worry about is, can you afford to live your life? That's a different conversation.
Well, that's the other thing, because of people like you and Roberto. The second I got laid off and posted on Facebook, I had 2 treatment centers hit me up and say, hey, can you manage our social media?
100%.
So now I'm...
The answers are right in front of you. What you need to be disciplined about is to not get caught up in the vanity of it all, even though the words out of your mouth are speaking a good game. Where everybody gets caught is they want things faster. And wanting things faster lead to mistakes.